All right. I think we are ready to get started. Sorry, I was just trouble testing a couple of things. Yeah, I multi-stream to YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and I'm trying Kick, but Kick's just apparently not working. But so far, we're doing pretty good for the inaugural stream. Yeah, I'm liking it. Nice. I'm hoping that everyone can hear me. I hope that everything is good to go. Been a long time testing. Of course, not everything is perfect, but hey, I think we did awesome. I'm glad to see that the audio is good. It's coming through. Was the music coming through? Pretty sure it was. It was showing on OBS that it was doing all right. So, okay, good. No, I muted it. So, no, we are grand. We are good. Everything is good to go. Yeah, I had to change it to. Yes, okay, good. Yeah, I had to change it through Rumble because apparently Rumble allows multi-streaming, and it streams it to YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and Kick at the same time. Just wasn't apparently just wasn't doing his job with Kick, so we'll figure that one out later. But see that the overlay is working, audio's coming through, avatar's looking good. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Not much to say on the inaugural screen, but to say that this is In Memoriam, the playlist for VODs that have to deal with the games from that we have played, tried, rented from our childhood that was pretty big in actually causing us to become the mature gamers that we are. So I thought that Final Fantasy VII was the perfect game to start that off, as it basically was the turnaround from going from licensed cartoon games to the more story driven games that we play nowadays. Of course, I'll be sharing my thoughts and processes from when I was a kid, first playing this to up to the day. It's been a long time since I actually played this all the way through. I was playing a modded version that someone made a new translation for. It was really good. They did drop a couple of things, like if anyone remembers, the Tifa drops the retard word when climbing up the Shinra. Yeah, they took that one out, which sucks, but hey, it's still actually a pretty good mod. I will probably play that at a later date, though. All right, let's go ahead and get this bad boy started. Go ahead and get my VTuber model set up. There we go. Yeah, that freaking little keyboard extension that Mythic Shiro got me is working like a freaking charm. Is brilliant. I don't have to do anything. That's nice. Press a button, bam. All right, let's go and get started. Fresh boot. Okay, we're gonna turn preview off on this window. Is the game audio coming through? By the way, that sound is just nostalgic as hell. When's the last time we actually heard the PS1 startup music? That is nuts. Because everything's on freaking Steam now. That doesn't come with that anymore. Same side. Yeah, with Surge was the 7. Is that freaking long ago? Holy balls. But so trying to keep in mind and create the scene here. 1997, we was the first game that was outside the licensing, cartoon licensing, like Tiny Toons. Everyone remembers that we really played. I mean, I played Final Fantasy a couple times, but not in a very serious way, and it was before 7. But if you remember, there was actually commercials that actually appeared in America around Christmas time that actually sold this game to me, and I was big in the anime at the time. I think KQED was actually still doing its Culture Night. That's when we were able to see like Dirty Pair, Tenchi Muyo, Inuyasha. That's before Inuyasha got a port to Toonami back when in the day. So I was still big in the anime, and this was an anime game. at the time, or not anime game as in like Persona is nowadays, but this was pretty big. It had the aesthetics that just spoke to me. So this was actually the first game that I begged my mother to buy for Christmas. So it was a Christmas gift I already knew I was getting. And the first time that we used layaway at Walmart. Anyone remembers that? Basically, just guarantee that you have a copy of the game. It was basically the pre-order of the time. This was a huge game. Although I never completed it when I was a kid, when it first came out, it wasn't until later when I actually could think like an adult that I was actually able to beat it. But still, I loved it. The Midgar section was able to do no problem. It was when I got to Midgar, the Zolom, I was having problems. But let's go ahead and continue. So yeah, you can see that the goal of In Memoriam is to play the games as close as I possibly can to when it first came out. So I am using an emulator. I think we still have the PlayStation, but I don't have the way to connect it to the computer. So we have to use an emulator. However, this is a ROM or an ISO from our actual discs. We did rip it. So this is legally acquired. We still have the original discs. But you can see from the quality is basically what it was PS1 on the old CRV TVs. It's just freaking fantastic. You can imagine how big this was back in the day, coming from the Super Nintendo to this. It's actually pretty insane. Yep, there you go. That's what it's all about right there. That's the original right there. That's what sold it. That's what got the goose pimples, man. Blood flowing. Oh, even as a kid, when I wasn't fully conscious of everything that was going on, what the messages of this game. Oh, fantastic. I can't say there was too much to difference from my thought process as of now to as a kid. It's just awesome. It's still awesome. I mean, it's not groundbreaking graphics, especially from back then, but it's still pretty cool. Yeah, Mountain Dew, yeah. Alright, fair warning. I am not a voice actor. In fact, don't really talk publicly at all, but I'm gonna try. Come on, newcomer, follow me. If anyone didn't know, that I believe that Mr. T was in fact an inspiration for this, for Barrett. I think they decided to take that away from the remake because they kind of wanted to make him separate. Or I don't know if it was some stereotype thing, I don't know, but it's still a pretty good one. Think of how simple this is actually made today. Just basically making a diorama with the 3D characters. It's actually quite simple in the way that we'd make it, but this was groundbreaking back in the day. This was cool. This was all about what little Logan wanted. Big swords, anime, hitting, fighting. This was it. This is actually a ROM. This was ripped straight from the PS1 disc that we own. I'm wondering actually how much from the hint stuff I actually remember. I just remember those potions there, but... Oh, jeez. Wow, you used to be in Soldier, alright. Not every day you find one in a group like Avalanche. Soldier? Aren't they the enemy? What's he doing with us in Avalanche? Hold it, Jesse. He was in Soldier. He quit them and is now one of us. Didn't catch your name. Back when you're able to name your protagonists. We'll go ahead and keep him Cloud, but you bet your bottom dollar that back in the day, I named him my real name. Cloud. Cloud, eh? I don't care what your names are. Once the job's over, I'm out of here. I think that was just the part of the time, was just having the standoffish player character. That was great. That still spoke to me. I was all about the dark and the dingy kind of thing back then. The hell y'all doing? I thought I told you never move in a group. Our target's the North Mako reactor. We'll meet on the bridge in front of it. Ex-soldier, huh? Don't trust you. There we go. Go ahead and keep it. Bear it all the same. I don't think I actually named him Mr. T like most other people I knew who played back in the game. Back in the day. If you push the direction button while push the cancel button to run, earlier marked X. I am in fact using a PS5 controller hooked up to the PC, so it all translates correctly right here. Do that. Just the 3D just going from the actual game to the FMV was just fantastic. So back in the day, I like to explore everything. So I would literally go back here, check everything. I'm like, oh, what's up back here? What's cool? And stuff like that. But nowadays, you just know that there's nothing there. You just go, right? But I'm not also going to say no to some extra experience. I like to grind, but I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible because I am planning to play the remakes, because the last of the trilogy is coming out pretty soon. I know it's going to be springtime of next year, but that time is going to come faster to it than you realize. Especially since I will be in class, so I really don't have as much time to get through all of this. The original, the remake, Rebirth, yeah. So I really have to kind of pressure myself, and then when we get to the other games in Memoriam, then we can worry about it. Speaking of which, how is the game audio compared to my talking audio? That the game is blaring in my ear, but I'm wondering how it is actually on stream. Seems balanced. Do I need to turn it down? I'll secure the escape passage. Call start on the mission, Cloud. The game audio? Jeez, we're really gonna blow this huge furnace up. This will be something to see. After this battle, I'll turn down the actual game audio. We will get more discussion about the remake versus this. A lot of the common problems and comebacks people say about this, like, oh, you can just beat the original OG FF7 just by pressing one button, and technically, yes, you can, but there is actually a lot of strategy that was, I believe, kind of lost from the remake with the materia system, the original materia system, which was fantastic. We will go more about that later, but yeah, let me go ahead and turn down the audio for the game a little bit. Okay, we're gonna go minus 20. Yeah, we're not hitting the yellow anymore, so we'll go there. Yeah, there you go. Okay, there you go. Cool. So those who don't know, the way they made this was perfect. Awesome. Okay. All the backgrounds are pre-made, and then Cloud is on top of the Cloud, and NPCs are... Dude, I had that freaking bot or whatever that is yesterday in the chat. I don't know what the hell that it's all about, but yeah, no, it's all the NPCs in Cloud are actually just separate 3D models on top of it. But what they're actually on top of is like a 3D mesh that's kind of mapped to the texture and the art of the background. So for how big this game was, this was a fantastic way. Thank you. Thank you for bearing that guy. Yeah, I just freaking A. But yeah, no, they actually was a way to save space for how big and how big this game was and what they really wanted to do with it. I think they did a pretty good job. Yo, this is your first time in the reactor? No. After all, I did work for Shinra, you know. planet's full of Mako energy. People here use it every day. It's the lifeblood of this planet. But Shino keeps sucking in the blood out with these weird machines. I'm not here for a lecture. Let's just hurry. That's it. You coming with me from now on. And that's the classic walking into the player characters model. That's how your party was created back then. Code deciphered. So in the mod that I played for this, which I fully, hey, if you want to play this Steam version with the mods. It's actually really fantastic. Actually, there is a cut quest that you can do for Biggs. That you have to find him because he kind of fell in the reactor on the outside the elevator, and I almost lost my time here because I couldn't find him to open the damn door. Because when you escape, you have to open the door there. So yeah, no, that was a huge problem. I eventually figured it out, but holy balls, I was like, I cannot believe I'm going to lose the game on the first damn mission. Push that button over there. So I did learn that the way they kind of did this. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, for anyone who didn't know, let me read this real quick. Little by little, the reactor's draining out all the life, and that'll be that. Not my problem. The planet's dying, Cloud. Oh, that came out weird. The only thing I care about is finishing this job before security and the robo guards come. Hello. The simple way they had to make emotion with these models. It's fantastic. No, the way that I was saying is the way they did the elevator is this is basically all just one scene, and they basically just shake it like a pepper shaker to show that it's actually moving. Yeah, I watched like an art, like a YouTube video on how they did it, just because like I'd love to see how they were able to fit such a large game on discs. Oh damn. For people who didn't know that this was supposed to be on the 64, but the cartridges that they were using just wouldn't have been able to fit the game on how the creators wanted it. So PlayStation actually came to them and told them about the system. Now there was going to be loading times that the 64 did not really suffer from because of the cartridge system that they used. However, the way they created it and were able to put it on the discs actually kind of really took down the load time. So this is why it's still very serviceable to this day. Okay, so just so you know, yeah, no, in the mod that restored a lot of the cut content, Biggs was like right here. He apparently fell down, like how Jessie will get her leg stuck later. Spoiler alert for over 20-year game, or about almost 20 years. No, it's more than that. Because freaking didn't FF10 just hit its 25-year anniversary? Yeah, I'm not mathing right. This was 28 years old? Yeah, it makes sense. Push the OK button in front of the ladder to grab onto it. After that, use the direction button to move up and down. Yeah, because it was like 2000, 2001 that 10 came out on the PS2, right? At least in America. No, I threw my head back in exaggeration because the one thing I do not miss about these random battles is the random just poof right in your face. So that is the one thing I do appreciate about the remakes, is they kind of took that away. Although I do still appreciate the turn-based battles. Don't miss the random battle. It's too much. I didn't think about it much as a kid, but nowadays I often think, why do things work? Barrett's gun arm. It kind of makes a little sense in the remake because I think they show like a belt feed. It's like the Scooby-Doo, conundrum of What was named first, Scooby-Doo or the Scooby-Doo snack? What was he named after? I think they actually did answer that, but for the longest time, no one really knew. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Jesse. We got it. Thank you. Oh. I think that was literally the same spot. Wait, FF7 was 1990. I thought that was 1997. Didn't we get our original PlayStation like 1996, 1997? Oh. Oh. I was about to say, I'm like, I know I'm getting old, but dear God. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's still freaking, damn. That is nuts. I like the sound effects too they use to catch letters. It's a little goofy. It was really nice as a kid because as much as I love the art style that pre-rendered backgrounds were for the original Final Fantasies that include 7, 8, and I believe 9. I hope this memory card works because I am using an emulator. It did, those kind of sounds did help to show that, yeah, that something was interacted with and you did the correct thing. I forgot I'm not sure if that is actually from just the emulator, because I mean my system is pretty beefy. It's really good for gaming, but the load time for the memory card, I'm not sure if it's just trying to emulate the actual load times it had back in the day, because that's kind of how long it took to access the memory card back from the original PS1. Like, there's literally no reason for it to take that long on an emulator on a modern PC. Now, I'm trying to remember if they showed it better in the remake. Those guys with them shooting, if it's meant to be... Oh, no. I meant if it's meant to be shooting bullets, or if it's supposed to be like lasers. Because the way they had to do it from the graphics and the capabilities they had back then, I mean, that shows that they're shooting. They're shooting something. They're supposed to hurt. You know, modern technology, but... Yeah, absolutely. Basically, small diamonds. You're shooting small diamonds, which, you know, that would hurt. They're ridiculous. Now, if for anyone who decides to play the retranslation, they did this part, I believe, pretty good. Because this is a little confusing in the original. When we blow this place, this ain't gonna be nothing but more than a hunk of junk. Cloud, you set the bomb. Shouldn't you do it? Just do it. I gotta watch to make sure you don't pull nothing. Fine, be my guest. This right here, specifically this. Watch out. This isn't just a reactor. I think what they translated to is like, hey, watch out, you're like being watched, or something about a security system. It made a little more sense. What's wrong? Huh? Oh, is that what they shot? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, no, that's how I do it. What's wrong, Cloud? Hurry it up! Yeah, sorry. Digital pressing the keyboard sound. That's pretty nice. Heads up! Here they come! Now, this is what sold remake to me. I mean, besides it being what was supposed to be a remake, and I thought, you know, not 1-to-1, but a remake pretty damn close to what the original was, that was the boss battle music. It was ridiculous. I remember, not boss battle music, but the freaking remake version of this fight was amazing. I played the demo. Holy crap. I was 2 ways excited to Tuesday on that one. Now you also, will notice the weird way that this was translated, and translation was definitely in its infancy during this time, is a specific attack the Scorpion has. It's because that the weird way that they had to translate into English, but still kind of use the boxes, the box length that they use for Japanese text, made a lot of people attack the Scorpion at the wrong time. And hopefully we'll see it. We should. I don't think I'm doing enough damage to actually to not be able to do it, or to skip it at least. Right here. Right here. Barret, be careful. Attack while it's tail up. Right here. This is it. It's going to counterattack with his lasers. People completely ignored that you should not attack because it just says attack while it's tail up. People are like, oh, okay, no problem. Yeah, you just defend until the animation for the thing goes down. Yeah, definitely. Freaking smells. Yeah, it. Freaking. I have to say, I love the freaking design of this. This is what I was hoping when I played FF14, that when they would bring a freaking mount of this, that I wanted this. I wanted this thing right here as a mount, or at least fight it. This was such a cool design. Although some of the enemies do not make sense, I will tell you that. You know, I didn't mention was the freaking flower. Like, what is up with that flower thing enemy? I think it's supposed to be like a scout. Like, it kind of just goes around searching for intruders, but what in the hell? You know, so like the way how they made the enemies disappear after they're defeated. It is very much, you know, it is defeated. Yeah, come on, let's get out of here. Yeah, so it looks like a little rose that's like floating around. You meet it in this area. I'm not gonna save on this one. Usually, I always used to save, but young Logan was not very confident in his skills. And like I said, I got confused. I like to explore everything, and even with 10 minutes, it just didn't register. And when, like the first couple times I played this game, I would always forget to get Jesse. Always. And I always get confused, like, okay, what's going on? What's going on? I always go up the elevator, have to run back down here. Yeah, it's just freaking nuts. You all right? My leg got stuck. Thanks. If anyone expected me to do a female voice, that ain't gonna happen. I could try. I just can't do that. Yeah, right here, I would always go up the stairs and just completely forget that she was there. Hopefully they show the enemy here. Nope, still these guys. I have to say, mana drives the floating sentries, that's what those are. Oh. You know, I never knew their names for like 29-year-old game that we played multiple times. I never knew their name. Huh. That is nuts. So back in younger days when, fun fact, fades to red were common replacements for blood due to Japanese censorship laws. You know what? I did not know that. Freaking Mythic Zero coming in with the facts. That's what, if anyone watched my introduction, that's what I wanted to create community with people who had these facts. That's freaking dope. But they can have boobs. Well, but, I mean, their thoughts upon the human anatomy is a bit different than the puritanical puritanical American thought, especially at the time. We're gonna go back up. We consider this just a little bit like, oh, just showing off. No, like I was saying, like young Logan got more into, like he put himself more into the game, into the characters. So like I ran away from battles. I was just like, no, we gotta get out of here. No, your freaking bomb's about to blow up. Come on, what the hell? But now I'm like, whatever, I don't care. In fact, I think there's an item on the bottom. I'm gonna go check. experience is experience. I was almost halfway tempted to bring out the emulation equivalent of the Game Shark, but if I was going to do that, I might as well just play the PC version that had the built-in cheats, but no, we're going to play it as close to as I played it back in the day as possible. You know what, for as old and obvious, like, those like aren't bullets or whatever they're trying to do, it's still a really cool effect. To this day, I really like it. They really just made things fun back in the day. Just what's the saying again? Something, necessity is the parent of creativity or something. I forget. Oh, yep, I knew it. I remembered. Thank you. And that's about it. Once you hit this and you head out, you're good. So in the remake, I'm gonna go for 10 minutes again. This right here, this was cool. Necessity is the mother of invention. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, this was having. I'm not sure if those characters were actually part of the FMV, but or if it was the models that were running on top of the FMV. But yeah, no, freaking just imagine back in the day, 1997, coming from the Super Nintendo era. Bro. I should keep the planet going at least a little longer. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, now everyone, get back. What I'm not looking forward to from the remake is some of those mini games, like the darts. How many tries to get the freaking darts, man? That was nuts. Had to type a whole essay to bomb the bomb. Yeah. I also don't like the way they. I know I wouldn't talk about the remake, but just the way they changed this for how avalanches, what they cause. It just, you lose how Avalanche was fighting for the right thing, but wrong cause. For the right cause, but just doing the wrong way, and that kind of was lost in remake. But all right, now let's get out of here. I completely changed his voice. Rendezvous at Sector 8 Station. Split up and get on the train. Hey! If it's about your money, save it till we're back at the hideout. So, shoot. So, if anyone didn't know, there is actually a romance mechanic in this game. This is where the start of it. I think this is one of the few that actually started that. At least in RPG. No, that's not true. I think early RPGs had it, but this is the first one that I actually learned about. So, excuse me. What happened? I think if I'm going, yeah, for Tifa, I have to, that one. Oh no, I was supposed to get the flower. Really? I don't know what's going on, but all right. Supposed to buy the flower and give it to Tifa. Yep. You know what? I think I made the same choice when I was a kid. Oh. Crap. The seed potion. Just what the hell's going on? Yeah, I think a lot of these are just, oh my god, blow up, everything dead, destruction. Wonder what is on the wall over there. Let's see. Don't be fooled by Shinra. Mako energy doesn't last forever. Mako is the planet's life source. The end is in sight. Protector to the planet, Avalanche. It's, even in, as old as the song is, it's so great. It's also a strange feeling for this one. It's like, what just happened? It just somehow brings a nice calm reflection upon what you did. Because, I mean, that was a pretty major start to the game, but David King of the game. 1,000 Arms was created with the first RPG with true romance mechanics, allowing people to actually take characters on dates. 1,000 Arms, that was the PlayStation, or was that Super Nintendo? I don't remember. I think I remember playing that, I just don't remember which system that was on. Back in the day, I did run away from these guys, but experience. I'm not sure how this affects romance, if it does anyway, but I mean, it was PS1? Really? Super Nintendo. No, back in the day, how Super Nintendo was supposed to be old, like family friendly, with exception, I think, a couple of games. That actually does make sense. Humph. Humph. I forget that they do that. They just fire nonchalantly at you. I'm wondering how. I mean, the PlayStation was able to render a lot of things. I'm wondering how would it have been able to show the machine gun fire they were doing, or it just wasn't important. I mean, the sound is obviously a machine gun, the way they move, but. Oh, that's such a good sound too on the crit. Oh, that's just sharp, just hit. Oh, that's that's good. Like all games need to do that. Wait, did that always happen right here? Was he getting attacked from both sides? Huh. I mean, yeah. I mean, to be honest, yeah, you can get through the majority of this game just pressing attack, especially Cloud, because he has some ridiculous attack stats. But you become truly overpowered when using the materia system. That was very, very awesome back in the day. Nothing I've ever seen before. Something I truly appreciate, and I hope that all RPGs in the future just continues to build upon unique and ways of powers, magic, and all that kind of stuff. I didn't fully grasp it until like a couple playthroughs, like how broken you can get. Just like infinite MP, nice around, just mimic. A lot of cool builds. I wasn't reading dialogue, sorry. Enough babbling. Grab him. Tunnel without being caught, I suppose. Yeah, I'm going for Tifa. So, tunnel without being caught, as well as push. Tunnel, you talking about the when the train gets taken over? Well, I think, can you give the flower to Tifa? Cloud never came. Cloud, wonder if he was killed. No way. Cloud. You lose 5 potential points to Tifa or Barret if you don't have it. The flower? Well, I guess the rest of the choices I can get Tifa. The only thing is the very final scene with Tifa is you have to get like over 70 points. You could, I think I know the choices to be able to get Tifa on the date, but in Gold Saucer, but yeah, because I want the actual romance. Say, do you think Cloud's going to fight to the end for Avalanche? The hell would I know? Do I look like a mind reader? Y'all weren't such screw ups. Hey Barret, what about our money? Oh, nothing, sorry. That one, I'm not sure what that one was. That Cloud screaming? I don't know about that one. Cloud. Looks like I'm a little late. You damn right you're late. Come waltzing in here making a big scene. It's no big deal, just what I always do. Shit. Having everyone word like that, you don't give a damn about no one but yourself. You were worried about me. What? I'm taking out your money, hot stuff. Wake up. We're moving out. Follow me. Hey, Cloud, you were great back there. Cloud, you will do even better next time. It's a cool thing about the mods, if you get the updated models, it does actually show Cloud covered in soot, which is actually pretty cool. Cool little difference that they made. Be careful. I'll shut this. Oh, Cloud, your face is pitch black. There you go. I think actually also the retranslation, they also lean into Jesse having a more romantic feelings with Cloud. I'm not sure if that was actually originally intended from the creators back then, but I believe they kind of wanted to make it more in line with remake. So, Shay, thanks for helping me back out there at the reactor. Ooh. Are we doing each enemy skill and Knights of the Round run? Ooh. Knights of the Round do that. It's going to take a while to do. I mean, might as well go for it. I'll have to bring up a guide. It's been years since I had to get the Golden Chocobo. The enemy skill, we get as we can. The most important ones are like, what, Beta and Trine and all that. So we'll go for those guys and we'll go from there. Last train out, Sector 8 station. Last stop is Sector 7, train graveyard. Expected time of arrival is 12:23 a.m. Midgar Standard Time. MST. I like how they show that Barrett is just a damn brick wall of a man just when he hits the freaking bench. This is why I hate the last train. Oh boy. Is that crazy or is this ice pink? I wonder if that's like an emulation error or what. You see the headlines in Shinra Times? Terrorists that bombed the #1 reactor are based somewhere in the slums. Blowing up a reactor. They sure put some thought into this one. They must have a real calculating leader. I wonder what they'll do next. You're damn right. You see the... Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the talking freaking box is a little weird. Huh? This is my house, so make yourselves at home. Bert. Stop acting like a damn kid. Sit down and shut up. See, I'm just trying to go around. Seems this train hasn't switched to security mode yet. I'm sure that will change by tomorrow. But someday, Avalanche is going to be famous. And me too. Hey Cloud, you want to look at this with me? It's a map of the Midgar rail system. Let's look at it together. I'll explain it to you. I like this kind of stuff. Bombs, monitors, you know, flashy stuff. Okay, it's about to start. This is a complete model of the city of Midgar. It's about 1 to 10,000 scale. Top plate is about 50 meters above ground. Fun fact for each scale, on this scale Pandora's box was not missable due to it being spanned by a certain boss on the PS3, PSP, or Vita. Due to a glitch in the PS5 port, the boss will only use the skill once, making it missable. Really? That makes sense. Okay. I didn't realize that was a... Why did they keep it for the PS5 if the 3 PSP and the Vita changed that? A main support structure holds the plate up in the center, and there are other support structures built in each section. Psst, whisper, whisper. The number 1 reactor we blew up was in the northern section. Then there's number 2, number 3, all the way up to the number 8 reactor. The 8 reactors provide Midgard with electricity. Each town used to have a name, but no one in Midgard remembers them. Instead of names, we refer to them by numbered sectors. That's the kind of place this is. I suppose it's a commentary on corporatization. Corporatization. I can't even say that right either. Just how it, makes normal life and creativity just all boil down the numbers, I guess. Whatever. PS3, PSP, and the Vita are identical to the original disc. PS4 and 5 were ROMs that were slightly changed due to advancement in hardware and software. That makes sense. I forget what changes they made to the Steam 2026 version. So I believe a lot actually kind of changed from that. Whew. This is next. Look. This is the route this train is on. I always like to make mention that how hard that, if this was actually a map that public transit use, like BART in California or the underground trains in New York, this is how they did their maps. This would be confusing. I mean, I don't think most people would be able to correctly read a wireframe mesh of their city. This is the route this train is on. Yes, the X station map. What the hell was that supposed to mean? The route spirals around the main support structure. We should be coming around the center area right now. At each checkpoint, an ID sensor device is set up. You can check the identities and background on each train, and every passenger on that train, by linking up to the central data bank at Shinra headquarters. I think, as I'm studying digital security, this is actually a big worry about carrying cards with chips in them, that they're scanned. So basically that would come to a database so the government or whoever else, other public agency, can know where you're at basically all times. That's a pretty big worry. And I think we have something, similar things to that right now. It's something that we actually discussed at the very end of my first digital security class, was the ethics of this. And on the final, we actually had to kind of design a system by saying what we need to worry about for the average citizen in terms of privacy and how we would address it. And a lot of it, we actually had to worry about the way the data was sent to the central data bank that it would be, as this game says. But I mean, they didn't even touch the fact that, do we even want that in the first place? A lot of good could come from it, but if someone gets in power who has nefarious designs and nefarious ideas, it's going to be used for bad. So, yeah, this is a tough one. It's definitely dystopian. This game was definitely meant to be dystopian. There is a large idea, large theme about the corporatization, the modern world, and versus nature itself, as you can see. We talk about what Mako or Mako, however he says. I'm going to keep saying Mako. That's how I basically grew up saying it. So, every passenger on the train by linking up to the central data bank at Shinra headquarters. Whisper, whisper. Anyone could tell that we look suspicious, so we're using fake IDs. Speak of the devil. Okay. Why, when it actually does a scan, does it create an environment that would make you crap yourself? I would literally jump out of my damn chair, run into a window, thinking I was under attack, if we had systems that blared at us like this. Hell, I get scared when we get Amber Alerts on our phone. Especially at 1 o'clock at night. Oh my God. I'm just guessing that this is how they had to show it back in the day. Just there's something happening here. But when the lights go off, you never know what kind of creeps will come out. Shoot, nowadays they're just doing that in the freaking broad daylight. You don't have to worry about the dark. Oh my god. Anyhow, we're almost back now. That's a relief. I should make mention, what the hell's Wedge doing? This guy's having the time of his life over here. Just out in the public, man. You know what? Respect to you. Look, you can see the surface now. This city don't have no day or night. If that plate weren't there, we could see the sky. Floating city. Pretty unsettling scenery. Huh? Never expect to hear that of someone like you. You just full of surprises. That's the best line of the early game. Is that guy down for Barrett Palmer's model? Oh, I have to move. Hopefully they'll allow me to move before we go to the next thing. Yeah, it looks like it though. It looks at least something similar to it. The upper world, city on a plate. It's because of that pizza that people underneath are suffering. And the city below is full of polluted air. I like how they gave just very southern, like kind of Pentecostal feeling to Barrett that they dove into in the remake, which I actually appreciated about that for Barrett. That was actually good. That was a good choice. So what was actual dialogue? On top of that, react to keeping draining up all the energy. And why doesn't everyone move onto the plate? As everyone, if you just don't like it, just move. Kind of argument right there. But don't know. Probably because they ain't got no money. Or maybe because they love the land, no matter how polluted it gets. Yes. Yeah, no, I wish they brought the more mature version of that dialogue into the actual remakes. They were just coming from the Super Nintendo when we had all those kid games. Even though we did play a couple of like RPGs with good story back in the day. This was just something so different. Even I couldn't understand as a kid, as a baby Logan. It's just like the vibes. Like I understood like this was serious. This was something I guess beyond my understanding at the time. Trying to feed like meat to a baby still at the time. It's just now it rings. It's different even now. Like how I just made the examples of talking about the digital security and the being able to scan IDs. Those freaking cameras that are controversial now. Like a lot of this is coming true. It's insane. It just this is one of the reasons why I wanted to make this channel. Just the difference, like when we were younger, when we played it, when we could understand more about the story. It's just, and even now with what's going on today, it's just so different. It hits different. It just makes the game feel different. It makes it feel like that much more important. I mean, I'm pretty sure the games I loved as a kid that I was just like, nah, it's nostalgia talking and just isn't that good nowadays. But this is, yeah. No, I barely even started, and this is good. I'm liking it. I know no one lives in the slums because they want to. It's like this train can't run anywhere except where its rails take it, and that is a very sad thought, especially someone who's older. That's a terrible thought. Baby Logan, even like young teen, young adult Logan, just didn't mean really anything. Like future was wide open, all the tracks. Just choose your track. Don't like that now. Yeah, the music, just the sad contemplation of it all. It's so good. No, it's complete masturbatory on how I feel about this game, and just sitting here. I could literally just listen to this like all day. Yo, get over here, all of you. This mission was a success, but don't get lazy now. The hard part's still to come. Don't y'all be scared of that explosion. Because the next one's going to be bigger than that. Meet back at the hideout. Move out. So baby Logan, when he first played, like I said before, I like to explore. I spent a ridiculous amount of time over in this area because I saw a cool thing and I wanted to get over there. And the reason why I was trying to figure out how to get down is because these right here, which are obviously like wood beams, I thought these were stairs. So I tried like 20 minutes, if not longer, trying to figure out how to get down from there because I wanted to go to the cool trains. But yeah, no. Oh, damn, I completely forgot I used to do that. You've got to be freaking kidding me. I just got in here. Yeah, these guys, yeah, the little rose things. What was the mana something? It'd be cool if the reasons why they were here is because they're like still patrolling the area after the bombing. I think these are mechanical, so I think Bolt actually does. I also like how in this game where the elements you use are very intuition. Mechanical enemy, use electricity. That's obvious. I know it's a small enemy, but I want to level up my limit break. I want to get access to that stuff. You see the enemy info with select? I don't know if you have to scan them first, or yeah, I don't know. You know what? We're so close to level. Let me just get into another battle and grinder here. If anyone who is listening, either from here or the VODs, I would make mention that you should check out a video about the guy who leveled Cloud from 1 to 99 on the very first screen of the game, where he didn't even have his name yet. He was still ex-soldier. That is insane. The story of that. It's freaking ridiculous. And if you want, what I would suggest also watch the original video, but also look at Sebi Webb's very controversial guy in the FF7 community, but he adds a lot through his reaction. It's actually pretty fun. I'm not letting you go tonight. Wow. That's a reaction. Whoa, really? No fooling? You promise? Isn't there somewhere we could go to be alone? Wow. There's only the train graveyard around here, and they say there's ghosts around too. Damn. What? Those enemies in the original are called monodrives, and they are weak to wind and immune to earth. So they're not machines. You know what? I'm kind of tempted to bust out the Ultimania that I have on my bookshelf over there. I wonder if they actually have info on those enemies, or at least how they were inspired to design them, because it's such a weird design. I know that this game is very kooky, but didn't these guys fall over? I remember like them saying a different word or different line, and they just fall over. Like you're saying, like, oh, they're gonna do something weird, and they just like fall asleep or something. Whatever. It's also another screen that I spent way too long over, because especially up here, like, I want to see if there was stuff hidden, and trying to get through that gate right there. I didn't realize that it was later on. Also, tell me, and I still think it to this day, I'm pretty sure it's not how it is. Isn't that guy like, looks like he's trying to piss, but he can't get his zipper down? Like, even as a baby, I thought that. I'm like, hey, am I in or something? Yeah, like, the way he reacts is like, whoa, I was about to whip it out, man. What the hell? Hey, now, oops. What on earth are you doing? Just butt out. Jeez. Huh? You come to see it too? No. You know what? You keep that to yourself, to your lover. They're really the only ones you need to be seeing that thing. There's a bombing on top. If this pillar should come down, everyone in this loans is dust. It's foreshadowing, by the way. Well, there's no point in worrying about that. Hey, look, it's huge, ain't it? Oh no. Like I said, I don't want to see it. I wonder, they had to have made this dialogue on purpose. The pee-pee dance, the, confrontation, look at the size of that. Oh, that's huge. You want to see it too? I mean, come on. They had to have known. Hills, you can calm that down right now. This actually appears automatically when you speak to him. I don't freaking remember them showing this FMV, but it had to because I spoke to him when I was a kid. So yeah, it's still really cool though. The art design on this is just fantastic. Hey, this is strange and a wonderful place. This is my place, but you can come here when you want. Bye, bro. Nah, you know what? I'm good. Yo, Cloud, over here now. I completely forgot that they had extra dialogue for that. Oh. I was pressing confirmation to try and bring up the menu. That's not how that works in this game. Even the freaking old save sounds for the PS1 is just nostalgic as hell to me. That's crazy. I love it. I don't know why they made it sound like he probably actually was shooting. You know how you would shoot in the air to get someone's attention? Like everyone's attention in a large area? I'm wondering if that's what they were meant to depict by that. Because he obviously shot. That was the shooting sound. Unless he was punching the wall rapidly. Just freaking nuts. Explosions! Explosions! Oh man, Avalanche is so cool! You know what? Baby Logan would have said the same thing. Did you hear? In real life, I'd probably say I wouldn't care. No, that's not true. I'd be very polite about it, even though I just wouldn't care. But no, what? There's a news update. They say that there was a terrorist explosion up above, and this time it was a Mako reactor. How dare you pay money here, and what do you think this is? A place of... I forgot to mention that. Yeah, if anyone who has not seen the FF7 bridge, go do it. You will be doing yourself a disservice. I think that's the exact reason why they made that joke, is because it's such a weird scene. Why would they do that? You know what this means? No. You know what? Tell me. You see, I keep on top of these things, and if you ask me, if you knock out Midgar's power, then its computers and signals are going to be knocked out too. Financially, there must be about 1 billion gils worth of damage. And that ain't all. A lot of innocent people got killed too. If the explosion had been in the middle of the night, that would have been one thing. At least the people would have gone in their sleep. I do appreciate that line, because you know what, if this was more child, way of child would do it, it would say oh, then less people would die. But no, in reality, if there's something explosion like a giant power plant that basically a town was built around, you're still gonna die. At least you would go in your sleep. She's right, but I do, strange. It's kind of just a throwaway line, but I do appreciate it. Forget you guys are down here. Oh, Jesus. What the hell's wrong tonight? I forgot that they had Jesus. I know they had things about Korea, and they had things about Texas in here? I forgot that they use Jesus. I thought that long blackout was strange, and they say a Mako reactor was destroyed above. I was just sitting here drinking and watching the news by myself. And all of a sudden I get kicked out of the store? What's up with that? And for anyone who doesn't know, this is Johnny. Oh, jeez. What? I forgot he said that. I'm blitzed. I just love them homemade cocktails, but they sure do creep up on you. Oh, gee. Oh, yeah, I love it. Okay, get on ahead. Papa. You know, it's weird. I think they're trying to show that, you know, Cloud is just naturally intimidating. Especially his face is probably... what I have is, like, resting pissed off face. Like, people, like, always ask me, like, oh, are you angry or something? Because people said, like, I look intimidating just sitting there. I'm like, no, I'm just thinking. I'm just here. It's just how my face is. I'm sorry. Just how I am. So, there might have been a kid I might have accidentally scared in real life, too, and just sitting there. Marlene, aren't you going to say anything to Cloud? Nah. His face. Freaking scary as hell. You see him? Welcome home, Cloud. Looks like everything went well. So I was going to buy you a flower, but I done forgot. I was trying to get more points with you, but then I realized I had to buy the flower from Eris to give to you, and I'm sorry. You fight with Barrett? Yeah, all the damn time. Should have known. I think that also has consequences in the point system. I just don't remember the choice for that. I really should have a guide up, but nah, this is as if first time I'm playing. Because back then, I think we had like Game Facts, and I believe we went to, what was that site that we went to as kids? Was it Game Cheats that linked to Game Facts? Or, because we didn't go to Game Facts directly. Hell, I don't think we even had a proper search engine. Because we had AOL back then. I know we used Ask Jeeves, but not to get to the game cheats. I think we actually had like discovered that on our own back in the day. He's always pushing people around. You've always been in fights ever since you were little. I was worried. Tifa? I don't think I changed her name when I was little as well either. You know, I think I was so young when I played this. I didn't quite hit puberty, so, I mean, the ample size of her breasts didn't really register with anything to me. Because, like, a lot of people would, like, name him depending, you know, like, oh, big, you know, big titters, big whatever. That never registered me as a kid. I'm so glad everyone's safe. Sorry, Cloud. Marlene seems a little shy. I can relate. Don't like meeting new people either, which is sad. It's a big problem I have. Yep. Understand that one. Nothing like first drink after a job. How long you been drinking? Nah, man. What, you telling me you too good to drink with me? Don't act big head just 'cause you and soldier. Nah, just don't drink. I'm sorry. Oh, Cloud. Tifa really knows how to cook. Anyway, let me tell you something. Sure, about what? Tifa always let me taste her cooking. And look at me now. I'm roly-poly. Don't know whether I should be happy or sad, but it's good food and drinks that make this shop famous. Well, I mean, if you're able to do avalanche activities and then just shoot, think you're doing well for yourself, I guess enjoy life, you know. Careless. Getting all excited. Wonder what for. That seems a little off on translation. I think they actually changed that in the translation mod, but I forgot that he does that. Papa, welcome home. You all right, Barrett? Great. Get in here, fools. Starting the meeting. I keep dropping this accent and just, like I said, I'm not a voice actor. However, I do remember that there is puntos to get here. Sit down. How about something to drink? Give me something hard. Just a minute, I'll make one for you. I've seen people make drinks, they aren't often that fast. You know, I'm relieved you made it back safely. What's with you all of a sudden? This wasn't even a tough job. I guess not. You were in Soldier. Make sure you get your pay from Barrett. Don't worry. Once I get that money, I'm out of here. I like the expanded scene in the remake on this one. So when we get there, yeah, it's actually quite nice. Cloud, are you feeling all right? Yeah, why? No reason. You just look a little tired, I guess. Anything else? You better go down below. Yeah. +5 Tifa. Freaking dope. Oops. Hey, look at the news. What a blast. Think it's all because of my bomb? But all I really did was just make it like the computer told me. Oh no. I must have made a miscalculation somewhere. They actually changed the dialogue a little bit here in the retranslation. It's actually it's a lot better than this one. This one, yeah. Hey, that was my bomb's debut. Speaking of debuts, it's mine. So I know what you're talking about. Makes me kind of proud. I mean, you just freaking nuke basically the entire sector by yourself. So I mean, proud's one word for it. Freaking A. You think I'm a little too uptight, Wedge? Nah, you're fine, I guess. Well, that's okay. Don't worry about me. I don't look like it, but I'm a... Yeah, you would be the stereotypical coward. I'm pretty damn sure. I like a more contemplative dialogue and remake for the scene. You're right. No, like a lot... I know we'll talk more about it when we hit remake, but... Yeah, no, it's... They did a lot of things right. Although... I really wish they did a lot of things different with remake. They did a lot of things right, and a lot of the dialogue expansion and kind of explanations was good. I will give them that. Yo, Cloud, there's something I want to ask ya. Was there anyone from Soldier fighting us today? None. I'm positive. You sound pretty sure. If there was anyone from Soldier, you wouldn't be standing here now. Excuse me? Don't go thinking you're so bad just because you was in Soldier. I love this animation. And I love that too. You know, I wish they would have kept this for remake. It's just that just goofy ass, just fourth wall breaking smack into the screen. That was great. Yeah, you're strong. Probably all them guys are soldiers are. But don't forget that your skinny ass is working for the Avalanche now. Don't get no ideas about hanging on to Shinra. Staying with Shinra? You asked me a question, and I answered it. That's all. I'm going upstairs. I want to talk about my money. Papa, you're so great. You know what? You keep that innocent soul on you. You keep that innocent spirit with you, Marlene, because... Hoo boy. Shucks. Money. Yo, wait, Cloud. Tifa, let him go. Looks like he still misses the Shinra. Shut up. I don't care about either Shinra or Soldier. But don't get me wrong. I don't care about Avalanche or the planet for that matter. I would give anything to be able to punch this fast. Are you kidding me? That is great. This I remember, yeah, when I was a kid, when I first played this, freaking just sitting here watching, because it was so good. It's just such a great depiction of him just being pissed off and just trying to work it through, just trying not to deck Cloud in the face. The bomb, the terrorist group Avalanche has claimed responsibility for the bombing. It is expected that Avalanche will continue its reign of terror. But, citizens of Midgar, this is no need to fear. I have immediately mobilized soldiers to protect our citizenry against this senseless violence. Thank you, and good night. Straighten things up with everyone for me. Okay. Honey. Oh my, must have been a lot. Must have been for a lot of it. Sure. Well, what the hell? It's a verbal agreement. Now let me figure this out. Oh, stop it, Cloud. Did you hear me? Cloud? You say you don't care, but you came to talk to me. Cloud, you just want to be friends. Isn't that right? Choose to be rude? Blow the hell off. Yeah, well, you look kind of lonely to me. You ever get anything you want to get off your chest, just you can always talk to me. You know what? You're a pleasant soul, Wedge, but you know, I gotta be tough. I'm a soldier, ex-soldier. You never been able to talk to Biggs over here? Thought you could. You know, as stupid as it is, I always thought that the being able to use the pinball machine to get into a secret base was freaking dope. You have no idea how bad I wanted that as a kid by myself. Listen, Cloud, I'm asking you. Please join us. Sorry, Tifa. The planet is dying. Slowly, but surely, it's dying. Someone has to do something. So, let Barry and his buddies do something about it. It's got nothing to do with me. So, you really leaving? You just going to walk right out and ignore your childhood friend? I do remember this dialogue, however you say that. You forgot that promise too. Promise? So you did forget. Remember, Cloud, it was 7 years ago. 7 years is 7 years, Tifa. I'm lucky to remember 2. Come on now. Look, the well. Do you remember? I forgot how freaking beautiful the night sky is in this background. I got to look up who actually did the art for the backgrounds in this because it's just fantastic. Yeah, back then. I thought you would never come. It was getting a little cold. Sorry I'm late. I forget how old they were supposed to be in the scene. They're like teenagers or young teenagers. I love the models. Even though they're super old, the models and the differentiation they were able to put in there, it's actually really good to really show the age. You said you wanted to talk to me about something? Come this spring, I'm leaving this town for Midgar. All boys are leaving our town. But I'm different from all of them. I'm not just going to find a job. I want to join Soldier. I'm going to be the best there is, just like Sephiroth. Sephiroth. The great Sephiroth. Isn't it hard to join Soldier? Well, I probably won't be able to come back to this town for a while. Huh? Was that supposed to be like a laughing animation? That was a little weird. Will you be in the newspapers if you do well? I'll try. Hey, why don't we make a promise? If you get really famous and I'm ever in a bind, you come save me, alright? What? Whenever I'm in trouble, my hero will come and rescue me. I want to at least experience that once. What? Come on, promise me. Alright, I promise. I don't think they expanded it too much in the remake, if I remember correctly. I think they did was pretty spot on. You remember now, don't you? I promise? I'm not a hero and I'm not famous. I can't keep the promise. But you got your childhood dream, didn't you? You joined Soldier. So come on. You've got to keep your promise. When I was a kid, I didn't really get that this also slightly pointed at that Cloud's background wasn't what he was saying. Yeah, as a kid, it just kind of went over my head, as a lot of things did. When I was a kid, it wasn't until later, even though it wasn't until like way later, that I was able to catch like all the times that they were hinted that Cloud may not be what he said he was. And even then, that one you really have to like know what Cloud is to say like, hey, or what Tifa's goal was here, to understand like, no, that shows that, hey, something's up. You don't remember the promise. Do you actually remember the promise? Hey, you can't be going. I need you here, kind of thing. At that time, you think like, oh, crush, all that stuff, but you didn't really truly get like what her goal was. That's what I really appreciated about this game. This game was deeper, and the more times you play it, the more things you understand, the more things you catch. I really miss that about old games. Wait a sec, big time soldier. A promise is a promise. Here. Receive Barrett's stash of 1,500 gil. I would like to know how that translates to ours. To like, will be in our money. That might be pretty big, but this is my pay. Don't make me laugh. What? Then you got the next mission lined up? I'll do it for 3,000. What? It's okay. We're really hurting for help here. That money's for Marlene's schooling. 2,000. Thanks, Cloud. To be honest, I don't truly understand how she got that Cloud was going to go on another mission. Literally, he was just saying that he thought he deserved more. At least that's what I thought about it. But that might be a translation thing. I really wish I had I really wish I fully understood Japanese or understood Japanese at all. That way I can get the actual original meaning from all this. Hold on. It's something I never thought about. Oh. So that was that flag right there. So it's skull and crossbones with an A for avalanche. I thought that was like a nose, like some alien ass skeleton or skull. There's a lot of things that I'm looking for that, like in every playthrough, like stuff I want to like notice. And if I'm going to go back as if I was a kid playing this, like what this series is supposed to do, you know, I want to try and catch these things. So I'm wondering if they actually gave enough of care to say that there was like these kind of maps in the background. If you were able to kind of give an overall diagram of the make reactor that you just bombed, if that would match up. It probably doesn't. This is probably just like a background just to decorate, to show like, hey, these guys are planning things and this is how, they're using whiteboards to plan. But it would be really interesting to see if they actually match up. Well, that thing up there, using modern guild totals at a night at Walmart is 10 gil. A cheap motel is around 70 USD. That means Cloud's fees of 1,500 gil would be about 10,500 USD. Is that in like today's value of it, or would that be like in 1997? Oh, so modern? Okay. Still, that's a pretty decent chunk of change. I could use it. I want to get a second computer for 2 computer setup for streaming. Good morning, Cloud. Did you sleep well? Next to you, who wouldn't? I don't know what you mean by that. Anyways, I'm going this time. Okay, this... Like I said before, watch FF7 and Bridge. They make fun of this. I didn't think about it as a kid. Didn't think about it as a young adult. But now, why is the kid running a bar? I know that it is not uncommon even nowadays in some countries for kids to work in family establishments. I don't think technically a bar would be they would probably wash tables. They would clear up garbage, clear up dishes, maybe even clean the dishes. But she's shaking drinks. The fact that she knows how to shake drinks. She's mixing apple juice and cranberry juice chill. Okay. Well, what, she like 6 right now? I mean, that's still pretty good. I mean, like getting the right amounts, getting the shooters. Getting that just right amount of detail, right amount of apple juice ratio. I mean, come on. That's still pretty impressive for a 6-year-old. Our target is the Sector 5 reactor. Head for the station. I keep dropping the damn accent. I am not a voice actor. I'll fill you in on the train. Yo, Cloud. Before the next mission, I got something I want to ask you. I don't really know how to use materia. I'll give you that material you found. Just teach me how to use it. Sorry, Barrett, but I don't got the time. You just wouldn't understand, man. So, this is what makes them guys and souls so great, huh? Okay, I'll ask Jesse again later, but you're in charge of the material. Thank you. Cloud, I got a message from the weapon shop man upstairs. Marlene slides a sippy cup down the bar on the house. Imagine if she's actually like mixing drinks. So she gives you a Long Island iced tea, but she serves it to you in a sippy cup because she's not strong enough to slide a full glass down the bar. Oh, dude. Marlene, you watch the store while we're gone. It's a bar. You know. All right, good luck. I wonder if they had to put store, just so a 6-year-old wouldn't be, running a bar. I didn't catch that actually before. Okay. Didn't I get a different gun? I did, okay. It's been a long time. I think I have anything else. So I think we're gonna make Tifa the bruiser of the group. She's like redonkulously strong if built right. Speaking of which, is one of the other things I really love about the materia system is how in the previous Final Fantasies your characters generally had a class assigned to them, or in like FF, is it 2 or 3? The one that had Onion Knight in it, where you kind of were able to choose your class like that way. But in this one, you're able to keep your costume, but you change your class or their stats through materia. So you can make them a mage, you can make them a white mage, you can make them a tank. I just love the materia system. It's so fun. And this geese up, the store's going under. Can't steal any real good medicine in slums like this. Oh, look at this. This doesn't happen every day. You a customer? Yes, welcome. We sell, we buy. 15 potions. I 3 you. 2 is enough for Phoenix Downs right now, I feel. Let's go 1 fire. 1 more restore. And coming up, the next boss is robot, so lightning. We'll do that. I think we're good, okay. I think there's armor that we can buy in the other shop, but I think we're going to deal with this for right now. I think we're going to be the bruiser, but for right now, let's so cover our bases. We'll do that. Lightning. I think that Cloud is technically the strongest mage in this game. Like, his magic stats ridiculous. Hold on, I gotta get a drink real quick. Like, I think Cloud is like literally the strongest characters in this game, which kind of makes sense lore-wise, but Tifa, like, you built physically, she kind of just outranks him. He'll forget about it. Oh, you! Get my friend on the second floor to teach you. I know what they're talking about now. As a kid, I had no damn idea what the hell they were talking about. Like, how does anyone? Yeah, dialogue is weird. The translation it's just weird. You dried up old geese. You tired? Why don't you rest up on the 3rd floor of my house? Just one condition. You gotta give me some cash. You ain't getting nothing, kid. I slept next to Tifa. I am more than restored. There we go, okay. Hey, wait a minute, you. You can't just walk out of here without buying something. Might be unhealthy for you if you know what I mean. Yeah, I slightly screwed up on that one. Oopsie poopsie. Wait, no, I can sell something. Hold on. Let's get 1. Oh. I forgot I cannot sell their original weapons. Suck. Alright. Well. Gonna be slightly less in defense then. I'm pretty sure that there's a couple that are actually just like out there. I could, yeah, you know what? I forgot about this hall. Hey, you got that one right off. That was Meteor. Next, take this treasure chest. This is a very like fun way of doing a tutorial, I feel. Cloud is the second best mage in the game, with a potential max stat of 98 to 100, while Eris is 100 to 100. That makes sense. This is a beginner's hall. You say you're a beginner, but your eyes say you're not. Don't mess with me. I used to be a soldier. I'll tell you how much I know. And for free, too. Nah, bro, I'm good. Let's see. Yeah, so those three, they're asking you questions. This is like a tutorial on like the limit break. You got to hang in there. Your limit gauge is just starting to build. Ah. Okay, now your limit gauge is full. Go ahead and use it. Fight with your limit technique. Great. I really like how it demonstrated a limit. I mean, it's not really. I mean, yeah, it's a tutorial basically saying just get your ass beat and then get your limit break. There you go. Fun note: Eris has more MP than Sephiroth, 994 versus 915. That I did not know, and that's without. Is that without MP or Materia? Now Materia will change their stats. Is that without Materia? So is that like a natural 994? Nah, we're good. Base, damn, base stats. Huh? Yeah, I think we're actually good here. It's on a range, but that's the max. Oh, how did it change? Cause like 942 to 994. Is that I mean, it's not like Pokemon where they have IVs. I'm wondering, is that like? I guess I don't really understand how too much the stats actually work. So they did change this one here in the in one of the mods that you can use for their 2026 edition. They actually expand the Johnny thing, because I think they wanted Johnny to actually have a bigger part here, but they cut it, I guess, just for time or something didn't work right. So it was kind of, it was put in with the cut content mod. So actually, yeah, you talk to Johnny. It's actually pretty cool. If anyone ever decides to play this on the PC, go for that. Go for that mod. It's actually pretty dope. HP, MP, and primary stats of party members are increased by a random amount on leveling up. Primary stats are increased by 0 and 3 points. Oh. Don't fully like that one, but I mean, hey. I guess just so you have like different playthroughs. Like, so if you get stronger stats in the next playthrough. So I guess. Makes sense in a way. Haha, I wonder if my son's already left. When it's just my wife and I here, you have no idea how lonesome it gets. You want them to be happy and do what they want while they're young, but being a parent, you can't help but worry. Guess I'm not cut out to be a parent yet. He used to give us nothing but headaches when he was here, but now that he's gone, I kind of miss him. Strange, isn't it? Oh. I know, the hell. Well, it's weird that how she says, like, not cut out to be a parent, but I'm like, you have a kid. You're kind of a parent now. Listen, if there isn't anyone to listen... Listen, if there isn't anyone to listen, what's the use of getting gossip on everyone? Yeah, and you, Mr. I Don't Care. I'll get a little more information that would poke even your interests. Peak? Is that misspelling? Huh. You wait and see. Johnny's gone. Look a little disappointed. I don't like to say it myself, but I'm just a lonely guy when I'm not drinking. Damn. When it comes down to it, I'm gutless. I'm still just a no-good kid. That's some pretty serious self-reflection for a kid. I'll tell you that for free. Okay, we talked to that guy. Let's save here. I've had it. Me too. You know, this is the first time we've ever agreed on something? Yes. Well then, shall we? Yeah. Yeah, right there. Ugh. I'm not sure what... I guess it's supposed to be tired, but the... It doesn't really show it. I think in the translation mod, they actually shows that they're sleeping. Morning, downs comes, and things never change. You be careful not to get hurt. Come on back again, you hear? That was weird. Yo! Looks like this ain't no private car, so split up. Hoodlums again. God, I don't just have all the luck. This is pretty funny. You say something? I said, you say something? Yo, look at that. It got empty as hell all of a sudden. What the hell was I reading? What's going on? Damn. It's empty because of guys like you. Yipes. You've seen the news, right? Avalanche says there should be more bombings. Only devoted employees like me would go to Midgard on a day like today. You working for Shinra? I mean, not that he's, wearing a Shinra uniform. Duh. I won't give in to violence. Bear it. You lucky piece. I always found that scene funny. I wonder if they were trying to go off of the you talking to me? It's a you talking to me kind of trope. Shit. The hell you so calm about? You busting up my rhythm. Seems like they just finished connecting the cars. We're finally leaving. So, what's our next target? Listen to Mr. Sears about his work. Alright, I'll tell you. Jess has probably already told you, but there's a security checkpoint at the top plate. It's an ID scan system, checking all the trains. Which Shinra is very proud of. Can't use our fake IDs anymore. Good morning and welcome to Midgard Lines. Arrival time at Sector 4 station will be 11:45. That means we've only got only 3 more minutes to the ID checkpoint. Alright, in 3 minutes, we're jumping off this train. Got it? Crap, come over here. Let's look at the railway map monitor. I almost screwed that up royally. Yo, Mr. Know-It-All, big-time soldier. You ought to know the area around the number 5 reactor, right? So let's hear your explanation. Wish I could. Apparently can't. Looks like you've seen this already. How would you know that? I don't understand how they came to that conclusion. It's alright. Come a little closer. That's odd. The ID checkpoint was supposed to be further down. Type A security alert. Unidentified passengers confirmed. A search of all cars will be conducted. Repeat. Type A security alert. Unidentified passengers confirmed. A search of all cars will be conducted. What's happening? What's going on? We're in big trouble. I'll explain later. Hurry. Get to the next car. Damn it, someone blew it. Unidentified passengers locating car number 1. Preparing for lockdown. Let's go. Keep it up. Lockdown. Upgrade to level 2 warning. Hurry up. They're going to lock the door, sir. Just run. Change the plan too. The hell is that? Car number 2 locked down, upgrading to warning level 3. Alright, we clear? Not yet. They're starting another check. If we're caught, we're done for. But don't worry, if we move up the train car by car, we should get past it. Why? Why did Jessie punch that guy? I don't remember why she did that. Later. Yeah. Car number 4 lockdown, upgrading to maximum security alert. All right, we made it. Yo, this way. I remember in the remake if Jesse, Biggs and Jesse were, well, Jesse didn't go with them at this point, but if Wedge and Biggs were actually in uniform, I don't remember. Well, let's go. We gotta dive out of here. Scary, huh? Too late to be saying that now. Why'd you come along anyway? Because... Hey, you two. Ain't no time for that. I like how Bear just gets down there and does the same damn thing. Yo, this ain't no time to waste. Do something. Yeah, I made up my mind. Watch closely. I am going to jump. Yeah, I wonder if that's trying to convey like him trying to figure it out. Like he doesn't know what fully to do at this point. You don't care if I go first? Alita O stays till the end. Don't worry about me. Just go. Hey, yo. Don't go getting your spiky ass hurt. It's only the beginning of the mission. Later, you take care of the rest. It's funny, even if you were to kind of entirely skip that dialogue, how fast it looks like that train was moving, Barrett would have jumped out of the train like way far down. Good. So far, everything's going as planned. Better not let your guard till we get to the Sector 5 reactor. Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse got everything ready for us, so move it. I can't remember if there's something, if we go backwards, rather than going where it tells us to go, if there's something there. Well, the reactor's just down this tunnel. So, knowing that, we're gonna go check. I just remember that there's being a A lot of random battles like that. Ooh. Got fire. We got bolt. But I'm not gonna say no to the experience, so I don't have to freaking do too much grinding later on. The only thing I don't appreciate about the original, it does strangely take up a lot of time between attacks. Like, enemies take their freaking sweet time to do their animations. And you know what? I completely forgot we need Gil to get those freaking the armbands, because I just completely forgot that they were there. I think they're like 160 something. Because I remember there being something like later, like way later in the game, you come back to Midgar after you escape, and then there is something, if you go all the way backwards in the tunnel, that there is something there. Why does Barrett already have such low MP? That 2 bolts really have that much? Love the crit sound. Say it once, I'll say it again. My God. I guess I don't have to use magic there. Got low enough HP. I completely forgot that the materia runs an AP system, so the more AP you get, faster it levels up, more magic you get. And if you max out the level, you get a free piece of materia that starts at level 1 as well. So, not going to say no to the extra battles. Although I will give it, like I said, I am appreciative of what they did to save space on the CDs, especially for the time. But reusing the same tunnel, it does show. And that's some low-ass poly Shinra soldier. I'll tell you that for right now. Senior security guards are there. We gotta turn back. So I just wasted like 5 minutes, but. So I know that in speedrunning this game, they go off of step counts, and you're able to predict where you get random battles, and are able to even choose where you can get your battle depending on how many steps you take and in what order. I'm just not built for speedrunning. I will play this game to enjoy the story. That's basically what I'm doing. I just noticed that the characters, their little idle animations while they're fighting, that's pretty low FPS. I did not see that the first time. It's like, wow, what game has a terrible windmill FPS? Was that Pokemon Scarlet? I'm pretty sure, yeah, Scarlet and Violet, that had the windmills in the background, and it was just like the most ridiculous FPS drop you could ever see. It was kind of like that. Although it's understandable because of you know, the game and the time it came out. But not so much for like Pokemon Scarlet and, you know, Violet, because it came out on the Switch, and albeit it was a big game, I'll give them that, but come on now. I think that we can buy tents later on, so I think I'm okay using magic up right now. Or we'll keep it for the next battle. That works for me too. So one of the mods that I was doing on the 2026 version, what they do is that there was a quality of life that they separated the attack command and the limit command, so you can still basic attack while having a limit break. Now that is a little, I don't want to say cheaty, maybe a little cheap would be probably a better message for it, but it was nice being able to store that limit break and still be able to attack without having to use your MP to still attack the enemy. I wish they would have done it for this one. But hey everyone, if you've see a couple more people here, can you do that with the left or right buttons? No, so left button gives you change, right button is defend. Of course, I messed that one up. Oh, like I was saying, anyone else who's new here, welcome. I'm Rebel Logan. Right now, I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Original. This is on emulator because I just don't have any way to capture the video and audio from the original PlayStation. My goal, this is called In Memoriam. My goal is to play games from my childhood as close to back when it first came out, when I first played it, as possible. Just to kind of reminisce of my thoughts when I was a kid, from the many times I played it from them and up to now. See like how today's world has changed my viewpoints of everything, and any like dialogue or anything that may hold more true or more meaning now. Also to see if nostalgia kind of blinds me to any like flaws or anything, and maybe games that I've loved when I was a kid just aren't really that great, and really whatever I had love for it is just really nostalgia. FF7 ain't one of them. This is the first one I'm playing for the stream, and it's because this one kind of started me on my evolution to my modern form of gaming, which is all about story, characters, and music. This was like the tipping point. So that's why I thought that this would be the best game for that. Okay, so those light beams are the inner security sensors. We can't go any further. Okay, I'm also using the freaking controls, the analog stick. Game was not made for that. If anyone remembers that this game was made for the directional pad. I don't think the analog stick was quite invented on the PlayStation controller quite then yet. That's one damn tiny hole. You telling me to squeeze into that to get under the plate? There ain't no way. Yo, Cloud, what are we gonna do? You're going down, Derek. What do you mean we're not going in? What'd I choose? Ain't no other way getting to Sector 5. Why are you complaining? Fool? Get in there. Come on. Go down. But damn, man, that gives me the chills. This is one of the actual parts of remake I didn't really care that much for. Was the way that they did going to Sector 5. I mean, expanding the dungeon is one thing, but it took forever. It felt like just didn't care much for the sun lamps and all the power grid thing. It was just weird. Has Tifa really been taking that much damage? I have not been paying attention. Just fire the robot. Beach home, man. I'm going to fire the fish. That's what I meant to do the first time. Thank you. Yeah, like I said earlier, as cool as the attacks are in this game, I mean, if you have a turn-based, really, you're going to want to make the battle very cinematic to really show off your stuff, to make it fantastical. It's just, in this game, a lot of the enemy attacks were slow. It took forever to actually go off. I'm trying to remember, there's one enemy later on that that takes an especially long time to do its attacks. I love the weird exploration, like investigation music they have on this. It's pretty fun. I like it. Cloud, this way. The reaction's up this ladder. If I remember correctly, there's something up that ladder first, I believe. Yeah, okay, I was right. Well, I think you could probably get to this area by going up the other ladder, but I just didn't make sure. Jesse, you couldn't clear this area out before I got here? I mean, come on now. I forgot how many enemies they could actually have on the screen at one time on this one. I'm also kicking myself for freaking not putting the all material on. Because this is literally what it's made for. You know what? That is why. It shows you how much I haven't been paying attention. The reason why they were going so slow at the other fight where I made mention of it was because I all got silked. I forgot I was fighting these guys. You know what? Also, from the remake, I did like how they incorporated those bugs into the sewer systems going towards Sector 5, as if it was infested. So that was actually that was a nice touch. I'll give them that. I'm sorry. The ID scan problem on the train was all my fault. I made your ID card special, so that's why it happened. I put my heart into making it, but I failed. Next time, I'll give you something more decent. I'll be back at the hideout in my research room working on it. Appreciate it. Yeah, okay, so yeah, no, you had to come over here. That's where that other ladder came from. I don't understand with the seahorses. Why? Is that because is there like stagnant water down here enough that there would be seahorse enemies here? I know in the remake where they did the remake version of enemy, they actually were flying because you had to use like wind to bring them down and stuff like that. Now that I think about it, I didn't think about it as a kid, but now, you know, it should have been a little weird to me. But hell, still cool. Wrong ladder. Whoopsie poopsie. Yeah, how many times have I played this game and I still get crap mixed up? Yeah, that's freaking nuts. Okay, there's a tent that I used to heal. Okay. Dude, I hate those fish. Yeah, it's weird. I just didn't think about it. Like, how... that they wouldn't. There's a lot of aquatic enemies designs for in Midgar. Yeah, I want to know what their inspiration was for that. It is hot in here. I think majority of it is because these headphones, man, they really freaking cook your head. I like the very thought that Cloud was going to use Bolt was stuck in his head. That when he was put to sleep, that thought never left. And then when he woke up, he's like, oh, the Bolt! And it just happened to bolt whatever happened to be there. It's a pretty funny thought. We're going to pull out now. We'll meet up at the hideout. Cloud, we're counting on you to blow up the reactor. You know, I'd say good job, you guys, for clearing things out, but with the amount of enemies I've been fighting, what the hell have you been doing? I do love the game design of having like, hey, there's a save point and a full heal. Something's gonna happen here pretty soon. Also, from an old RPG, JRPG veteran, rotate your saves. Because you have no idea if a save gets corrupted or, you know, God forbid if a game has an auto save system, that you autosave at a very particularly bad part, and every time you die, it autosaves there where you're basically going to die anyways. You need those saves, and you don't want to have to go back. Nothing is worse. I've had this so many times happen to me as a kid that I didn't learn until later, even though like I knew back then I should have, is keep multiple saves. So if anything does happen, you don't waste years, hours every day. And back then, I had nothing but hours, but when you grow older, hours become a little more precious. I understand the sentry gun. What is up with those enemies? I know that in like the remake, they showed them better that they did a lot of poison and smog attacks. So I'm wondering, like, if they're like sewage cleaning robots or something, something to do with sewage, sewer, or something, and that's why they're here. But they still have, sentry duties. Yeah, like deadly waste. So obviously sewer something, or maybe they're robots that's supposed to carry the waste from the reactor. So instead of like putting it in the barrel and then having someone in a like a radiation suit take it to take out the human factor to limit the risk of exposure, that you would have robots do it, that actually makes sense. Just why would you design them to look like that? It's super weird. I used to think that they were magnets back as a kid. Don't know why. Had nothing to do with magnets, but I did. I like the way they did the flashbacks in here. I mean, you just, as a kid, I thought that, hey, just give me more backstory, but a lot of it is like, hey, how did you remember this? It kind of gives like a little point, like, hey, something's up with Cloud, that fainting and having these weird illusions, or delusions, I guess could be a good word. Sorry, not reading. Sephiroth did this to you, didn't he? Sephiroth, Soldier, Make Reactor, Shinra, everything. I hate them all. But yeah, it's just a good way of showing that there is something wrong with him. But because he is a soldier, he's supposed to be the expert on these things, we don't really question him at the same time. It's not until later that we start really questioning them, and kind of, hopefully, if you understood, that you would actually start looking back and saying, okay, what was the clues? What should have hinted at me that something wasn't right? And what was those hints pointing at? Damn, man, get a hold of yourself. You all right? Tifa. Nah, forget. Come on, let's hurry. A hell of a lot easier than last time. Although, what if it was supposed to be like a sentry there on the was it the number 1 reactor, right, that they blew up? Why not have one there? Preemptive strike, love the preemptive strike. Does the preemptive strike only really give you a bonus to just physical attacks? I can't remember. Damn, I have a lot more money. Too bad there's no damn shop to spend it on. Now we're going to save here. You know, again, I just noticed that I think it's a little different, but they did reuse a lot of the original reactor for this map right here too. So, I mean, having a save point so close to where you already had one, I'm wondering if they just literally just copied like literally everything. And then made like little adjustments here and there in the art to show like, it's different, it's not the same reactor kind of thing. Let's go back on the music. Even as a kid, I understood this music was supposed to give very heavy industrial vibe, but also, I mean, with like those like church bells, gives like a very ominous, like they're doing something very shady. I really appreciated that, and today I can say that I like it more. That it means it hits pretty different nowadays, but oh goddamn, too busy talking. But yeah, that I can just appreciate the music now more. It's different. Like the music for remake is good. I love how they did very different variations of the music in there. Like there's some like battle versions of music that was never meant to be battle, or just depending on the situation. But there's something very special about the old music that they used for this. They were able to convey such emotions, and that they were able to use the music to really bring the scenario to life. And they were able to do that with the technology that they had. Because everyone knows that this also came out on the PC. But I believe that the PC version originally, when it came out, the music was MIDIs, and the PlayStation was the superior version in terms of like music and stuff. I never played the original PC version, so I can't really give an answer of like graphics, the way that it runs and stuff. I mean, personal computers were not as good as they were. The home console games, they're basically computers made specifically for gaming. So they would perform better than a general PC. So I don't know how exactly it worked, but I know for a fact the music was not the greatest on the PC version. Jesse said we had to push the buttons all at once. Well, my cat dodges. He's trying to get up. No, you can't be up here, buddy. Not right now. We'll pets and play later. Oh, we got like a couple more hours. Then we'll play, okay? No. There you go. No. Dodge. No. Stay there. So they're gonna be like, Couple more hours, and we're good. Not paying attention on that one. No good. Let's try it again. I have to say that I didn't much care for this minigame when I was a kid. Don't much care for it now. Despite me getting it on the second try. It was just more like a way to tell. I don't remember on the remake how they did it. So we will be replaying that for everyone who's might be here listening. We will be playing the remake. I think maybe after this one, because I would love to compare and contrast with a fresh play of the original FF7 on my mind. So we will. I want to definitely contrast and see how they did that minigame. If there was like a tell, rather than like basically have to count. No, you can't get up here. Dodge. You have to sit there. Dodge. Stop it. No. Now you're going to get down. I'm warning you. No. Dodge. I know how your mind works. No. Just because I say your name, don't give you permission. Stay there. No. This way. Shinra soldiers? Shit. What the hell's going on? A trap. I really like the way they did it. This in comparison to Remake. I mean, in Remake, they really with the technology, but having the president like care enough about you to come directly to you, like that, it's very threatening. Like he not only does not care about you, doesn't really see you as a threat, but he's willing to like show up. I prefer it this way. President Shinra. Why is the president here? So you all must be that. What was it? Avalanche. Don't you forget it. And you're President Shinra, huh? Long time no see, President. Long time no see. Oh, you. You're the one who quit Soldier and joined Avalanche. I know you've been exposed to Mako from the look in your eyes. Tell me, traitor, what was your name? Cloud. Forgive me for asking, but I can't be expected to remember each person's name. Unless you become another Sephiroth. Yes. Sephiroth, he was brilliant. Perhaps too brilliant. Sephiroth? Don't give a damn about none of that. This plane going up with a big bang soon and serves you all right. It's such a waste of good fireworks. Just to get rid of vermin like you. Vermin? That's all you can say, vermin? Y'all Shinra out of the vermin killing the planet. That makes you king vermin. So shut up, jackass. You're beginning to bore me. I'm a very busy man, so if you'll excuse me, I have a dinner I must attend. Dinner? Don't give me that. I ain't even started with you yet. But I've made arrangements for a playmate for you all. What's that noise? The hell is this? This was such a freaking cool design. I loved this damn thing when I was a kid. Meet Airbuster, a techno soldier. Our weapon development department's created him. I'm sure the data he'll extract from your dead bodies will be of great use to us in future experiments. Techno soldier. Now, if you excuse me. Wait, President! Yo, Cloud, we gotta do something about him. Help, Cloud! This is from Soldier? There's no way, it's just a machine. I don't care what it is, they're gonna bust him up. Freaking, I think this is the first time we actually hear the boss music. It is fantastic. Always on my playlist, listen to almost every day. Can't get better. Oh, I forgot you can counterattack from freaking blue. Oh. Blue. Magic. Why did I say blue? Damn. Even soldiers get replaced by AI now. Yeah. They were predicting it from what? 29 years ago is what we calculated? We need you to cure the yellow-haired one, please. The only thing about this game is like you really don't have to respect the mechanics too much. Like you can just, I remember that taking a lot longer. Huh. I'm not gonna complain, but that was way too easy. I have to give props to Remake though. The song that he used, and not only the fight for Airbuster in Remake, was fantastic. It's gonna blow. Let's go, Tifa. Barret, can you do something? It's not a damn thing. Cloud, please don't die. You can't die. There's still so much I want to tell you. I know, Tifa. Hey, you gonna be alright? I think this one, I know it's weird, but Be Strong actually gives points to Barret, if I remember correctly. And I don't know if I can hold on actually gives points to Tifa. Shit, can't hold on much longer. Barret, hurry! Don't go cry like a woman. There ain't nothing I can do for you. You gotta do it yourself. Barret. Alright then, later. That seems so freaking cold. That's a lot of the Final Fantasies. If you build your crush right, if you build right, you crush your enemies under your chocobo skin boots. You're right. I just didn't remember. I wonder, did I crit with that Braver? Is that why that happened? I don't remember being like 1,300 points. That was freaking nuts. I don't know if I can hold on. -3 to Barret, +1 to Tifa. Okay, cool. You all right? Can you hear me? Yeah. Back then, you can get by with just skinned knees. What do you mean by back then? What about now? Can't you get up? What do you mean by that time? What about now? Don't worry about me. You just worry about yourself now. I'll give it a try. Oh, it moved. How about that? Take it slow now, little by little. Hello? Hello? I know. Hey, who are you? Hello, hello? Thinking on it just now, I wonder if that conversation there was actually a conversation that he didn't necessarily participate in with Zack. I wonder if that was Zack. Just spoiler warning, by the way, but I mean, 29-year-old game, come on now. Because when Cloud was Mako poisoned, if that was actually Zack talking to him while they're trying to escape the Shinra Manor, and if he was actually able to answer him, or those were the answers, like how he was like kind of trapped in his own body, how apparently it's like what Mako poisoning is, kind of like you're trapped in your own body, and if that like he was having that half the conversation in his head and he's just remembering that, or something like that, because I never really thought about it. I kind of just like, oh, that has something from his past, and I kind of just went with it. But like, really, what was that? You okay? This is a church in the Sector 5 slums. It suddenly fell on top of me. It really gave me a scare. I came crashing down. The roof and the flower bed must have broken in your fall. You're lucky. I don't care. Oh, really, it's really only a cloud that could really survive that. That was a long fall. I don't think you'd be hitting that roof at like terminal velocity. You're gonna die. The roof and the flower bed must have broken your fall. You're lucky. Flower bed? Is this yours? Sorry about that. That's all right. Flowers here are quite resilient, because this is a sacred place. They say you can't grow grass and flowers in Midgar. But for some reason, the flowers have no trouble blooming here. I love it here. So this part was a little confusing. How you had to actually wait or talk and then wait. Yeah, it was. So we meet again. Don't you remember me? Well, since I'm going for Tifa, I'll have to say I never saw you before. I guess you don't remember. You were in a Walking Days. Well, that's okay. Say, do you have any materia? Yes, some. Nowadays, you can find materia really anywhere. But mine is special. It's good for absolutely nothing. Oh, good for nothing. You probably just don't know how to use it. No, I do. It just doesn't do anything. I feel safe just having it. It was my mother's. Say, I feel like talking. Do you feel up to it? After all, here we are meeting again, right? Sorry, I got nothing to talk about. Oh, I see. Listen, generally I wouldn't be making these choices, but I am going for Tifa. So, and by default, you are meant to really go to the date, the Gold Saucer with Eris, but no, I'm going for Tifa. I'm a Tifa man. I've been ever since I learned that women are kind of pretty. I wonder whose fault that is. It takes a lot to grow them, Poor flowers. Was that a jab? This guy got nothing to talk about. Just a little longer. Oh. Now that you mention it. We don't know each other's names, do we? My name is. So this I am playing, for those of you who are still here or just joined, I am playing the original FF7 from the 1997 release. If anyone, it's pretty well known that Aerith was named Eris in here. And I called Eris, still call her Eris to this day. This is how I grew up, as calling her Eris. Apparently it was like some mistranslation or something, but strangely enough, it still makes sense for her as like an heir. But really, I think they made it supposed to be like Earth is what they were originally going for, but assuming that the average bloom of those is 3 inches wide, and given that Cloud has an average surface area for an adult male, he crushed around 417 flowers and owes Eris some money. Where did you get those numbers? That's actually pretty impressive. I'm Eris, the flower girl. Nice to meet you. The name's Cloud. Me? I do a little bit of everything. Oh, a jack of all trades. Yeah, I do whatever's needed. What's so funny? What are you laughing at? Sorry, I just... Sorry, bad timing on my part. Cloud, don't let it get to you. Yeah, this one was weird. The way they did in remake was a lot better. In the retranslation mod, the dialogue is a little bit clearer because, like, when you talk to Rena, it's like, hey, don't worry about me. Obviously, like, hey man, just go about your business. I'm just here doing my own thing. But he says something a little bit different that makes a little more sense. Of course, that could be just from baby Logan back then. I'm like, I just had no idea what the hell's going on here. Hey, say, Cloud, have you ever been a bodyguard? You do everything, right? Yeah, that's right. Then get me out of here. Take me home. Okay, I'll do it, but it'll cost you. Well then, let's see. How about if I go out with you once? I like how that little hand wave that he did is like either like being stingy, like just one, or like in complete agreement. Because I think it's like it'd be more in Cloud's nature, like date. What? Oh, what? I don't know who you are, but you don't know me? I know you. Oh yeah, I know you. This one is a little confusing the way they did the dialogue. Still, like, yeah, I know this game, and I'm like, it's not very clear dialogue. Like, obviously he's having memory problems, and the persona he's putting on would know him, but that uniform. Hey sis, this one's sis. Who are they talking? Are they talking about Eris in this one? This one, even to this day, multiple playthroughs, what are they talking about? Hey sis, this one's a little weird. Shut up, you Shinra spy. Reno, why him taken out? I haven't decided yet. Don't fight here, you'll ruin the flowers. Yeah, playing the original, the translation is kind of showing it was a little rough back then. The exit is back there. They were Mako eyes. Yeah, all right. Back to work. Back to work. Oh. And don't step on the flowers. Hey, when you just stepped on them, they're all ruined. You're gonna catch holy hell. That one was also a little weird too. I think in the... I forgot that there were random battles here too. In the retranslation, it basically just called him a hypocrite. It's like, you tell us, screw you, kind of thing. If I remember correctly, these enemies are called hedgehog pies, which I'm not fully sure what pie it's about, but... Yeah, I don't know how it goes with the naming conventions with some of these guys. Final Fantasy uses a lot of inspiration from different cultures and awesome. Different cultures, and they love like Norse names. They love like Ifrit. I think is more Middle Eastern. I know, but Shiva for sure is like Indian. It comes from the Indian god, but yeah, their naming convention is always to take, from those mythic from the other cultures and their gods and stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out like where the naming conventions for some of these like, normal enemies are come from. Okay, you know what? Have you do all. You fire lightning. Okay, that's all we got. Cool. That's a hell of a jump. I mean, they probably get to be more like a normal jump, like over a gap, but that is a hell of a jump. I guess this is how they were able to render it back then. Cloud, that one. I know, it looks like they aren't going to let us go, though. What should we do? Well, we can't let them catch us, can we? Then there's only one thing left. Assuming... Eris, this way. Alright. I'll hold them off. Right. Make sure they don't get through. They need to just get away. Attack, attack, attack. This is one I don't understand. They were not supposed to harm her. Why did Reno let them open fire? I never got that. Think who killed him? They shouldn't have put up a fight, I say. Cloud, help! Yeah, just some... I'm not sure if like yeah, I think you have to actually just push the wrong barrel and you actually get minus versus you get a +0 for if you just tell her to fight. Yes, I am doing it on purpose. Probably was smarter to have ice on her, but just in case. Just in case. For some reason, she just gets overly damaged, which, I mean, it's really hard. You have to, like, really not know what you're doing to die in the early levels. Yeah, he'll do, like, 1 damage. I'm happy to think that when I was playing the 2026 version, that they released on Steam, that had all the changes and updates, that either they changed that enemies were a little bit tougher, so battles were a little bit that they weren't so easy, or maybe it was one of the mods I had, like one of the quality of life mods that kind of just upped them just a little bit, just to make it a little more challenging. Okay, so I don't think it matters too much because I already wasted the barrel that would have taken him out. So we just really just push him anywhere. Yeah, okay, there you go. So basically, I set it up so I think there's one more battle after this, so I always will have to choose the wrong barrel on that one. The only reason I'm doing this is because I think there's actually minuses affection points from Aerith, so otherwise would have actually did the right barrel, but I am going for Tifa for the gold saucer date. Kind of screwed up a little bit for those who are just joining it. I didn't buy the flower at the beginning. I completely forgot that you tell her to, hey, it's dangerous here, that Aerith will actually just walk away. You don't get a chance to actually get the flower. So I done screwed that one up. So I'm trying to figure out how to get those 70 points to get the alternate scene at the third disc at the high wind right before you head to the northern crater. Push the wrong barrel is -3 to Aerith, so that's good. Aerith has a 20 points higher by default than Tifa, so you have to be able to not only get plus on Tifa dodge. Like, you were really trying to get up here, dude. Why would you put random battles up here? I think Cloud can one-shot him with the just sword. Well, if I'm going to keep getting crits, yeah, ain't no damn problem. So yeah, I have to get the plus Tifa enough and minus Aerith enough to be able to get the gold Sasha date with Tifa. So that's the only problem. You really gotta try and figure that one out. And I'm not sure how many opportunities there were to minus and plus on that one. So you get a maximum of -9 here. And I think whatever that answers that you gave to her while in the flower patch also affects it. Yeah, it's a whole lot of stick bunking. I really wish I would have bought some more of those armors. So I could have given her the ice one if I really wanted to. But I done goofed. Let's just put it up to being slightly nervous because it is the debut stream. And I'm not a person who is very much for public speaking, even if it's behind the internet. And you may be wondering, like, dude, it's behind the internet. You're just behind a camera. What does it matter? Well, when I played 14, and people would message me, sometimes I would log out so I didn't have to talk to them. So, yeah, I can tell you. Very socially retarded. I'll tell you that for free. So this is kind of a big deal, just to let you know. They're looking for me again. I love the perspective on this because if we take the scaling to heart here, Cloud and Aerith are massive, but they're normal size while in the church. So it's really funny how they take perspective in some of these scenes. You mean it's not the first time they've been after you? No. They're the Turks. The Turks are an organization in Shinra. They scout for possible candidates for soldier. This violently? I thought they were kidnapping someone. They're also involved in a lot of dirty stuff on the side. Spying, murder, you know. Well, they look like it. But why are they after you? There must be a reason, right? The church is bigger on the inside. Aerith is secretly a Doctor Who incarnation. Yeah, you know what? It'd be funny if Doctor Who ever made an episode where he did reincarnate as a video game character. Actually, it would have been perfect because Aerith dies so soon in here that it would have been like a one-off episode and would have been funny. Like an alternate telling. No, not really. I think they believe that I have what it takes to be a soldier. Maybe you do. You want to join? I don't know. But I don't want to get caught by those people. Then let's go. Let's mosey. You know, I was about to say, like, from where there were like none of these actual houses for them to jump on top of, but I forgot that, you know, they went like behind some rubble, so this, I guess, is technically possible. Wait, I said. You know, in the remake, Aerith is very, oh my gosh, I forgot the word off the top of my head. It's an unfortunate time for this to happen, but like I don't want to say sarcastic, but like her personality, she can be very snarky. Um, when I was a kid, I didn't get that at all. I thought that she was just very princessy and girly. I mean, she's obviously very girly, but that snark didn't really translate very well until I played like a later version of the original on Steam. They kind of changed the dialogue a little bit, and then her snark came out a lot more. So this I guess you know what, you can tell it because now that I'm playing it now again, I'm like 37 years old, understand all this nonsense, and then yeah, you can see it. You go like, oh, maybe they thought I could had what it take to be a soldier, stuff like that. But it just it didn't translate very good to me when I was a kid. Slow down, don't leave me. Funny. I thought you were cut out to being a soldier. Oh, you're terrible. I do like how they had her cuss in the remake, though. That was funny. Hey, Cloud, were you ever in Soldier? I used to be. How'd you guess? Your eyes. They have a strange glow. That's a sign of those who have been infused with Mako. A mark of Soldier. But how did you know about that? I mean, if they're striking, wouldn't Soldier be popular and famous enough around all of Midgard that the knowledge that they had glowing eyes would be well known? So if they saw anyone glowing eyes, it would be so striking that like, oh, that guy's in Soldier. Like, who else has glowing eyes? Nothing. Right, nothing. Come on, let's go, bodyguard. Could be like special ops details. We know spec ops exists, but not particulates. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, they are like the most elite of elite, so yeah, that could be a thing. Whew, finally made it off. Now what? Yeah, this music is good too. It brings about like heavy industrial, broken down, hard life. It's not simple. It's not easy around here. So yeah, they just. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna say it in the future. It's so fantastic with this freaking music, man. My house is over here. Come hurry before he comes. Oh, OBS is like freaking blinking in the background. What is going on there? The stream is still going through, right? Because OBS is being weird. Oh, good here. Okay, cool. Yeah, the only one showing up on Rumble that's not getting anything is Kick, but we will figure that one out later. I guess what's most important, as long as Twitch and YouTube are getting it, then we're good, because YouTube, I've been able to take the VOD and put it directly onto the channel, so cannot go wrong with that. I have to say, even as a kid, I've never been a grind. Wait, they use steel as an attack, right? I remember them doing that. Why do they call it grind? I mean, that's funny. Like, the grind doesn't work, but yeah. Like I was saying, though, that as a kid, I was never a fan of the way that they made the bandits or the thieves. I mean, I know that it's because, the technology of the time, so they couldn't really probably have many models that differ between them. So you'd have like thieves that were more based upon in Midgard. You have the thieves that were in Corral Prison and stuff like that. So those are actually make more sense in Corral Prison, where you have the mask to block against the sand and the head covers to block against the sun. You know what? No, because pollution down here, this is heavily polluted, so yeah, that could make sense. It's just, yeah, I just never a fan of him to begin with, though. I like how they actually differentiate it in the remake. That was one of the positives in the remake. I will give it to them. The guy in the pipe's a weird one. No matter what you ask him, he only answers the You ever hear of Walmart? At this point, as Cloud, no. Me personally, yes, of course. It's a market in the slums of Sector 6. You got everything you could ever want there. If you can get there, that is, the road is something else. Yeah, the road is something else, especially in the remake. It just took way too damn long to get over there. Oh, the most famous mistranslation in FF7. This guy are sick. Yep. There is just something special about this game. I freaking love it. It's not only was it a freaking evolution and started the way I am for games now, what I truly like in games, but it's just an evolution of translation. What translation was back then. It's just freaking love it. He passed out nearby, and someone must have helped him here. Dude, I remember, like, dude, when I was young, dude, it was schoolyard rumors. It was like my favorite pastime in recess. And one of the schoolyard rumors that this is Zack, if you believe it or not, which it's not. You know, spoiler alert: Zack is dead. Well, at least in the OG. Remake is completely something different. But yeah, people was like, oh no, even on the internet forums, oh, this is Zack, and some like overconvoluted process to reveal his identity or something. It's not, but it was fun to think about and discuss with the people. Like, oh, did you see this? And come up with the most fantastical story. That was just like the spinning of yarns back then. This is the one. Won't you help him? Listen, I'm no doctor. No, I guess not. Hey, that man has a tattoo. I think it was number 2. In fact, I don't remember this guy being in the remake. I think they replaced him with one of the Black Robe guys. Was it Marco? Or did they have this guy in the remake? No, we will figure out when we actually start playing it. Where's the armor shop here? Oh no, you're up there, right? Hold on. Okay, that's the item. That's materia, I think. And this should be a weapon. Take care of yourself. It's the laws of the slums. But to do that, first, you need weapons, right? Sorry, I adjust my camera a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Then we'll buy, I think, some more items, a couple of materia, and I think it'll be golden. Okay, didn't I supposed to get you another stick? Nice. You already have a restore, so we don't need that. Okay, we're good. Toot. Next stop, Midgar. Any passengers getting off on Midgar? Please ring. You know, Midgar's supposed to be sparkly and springy and sleeky. Oh yeah, someday I'm going there. Huh? You want weapons? That's too damn bad. Ain't got no weapons to sell ya. And the reason why is the weapon store's over that way. Yeah, I love the actual costumes they give some of these models. They're just trying to, basically remake you figure out what they actually look like, but back then trying to figure out what they would look like in real life or a higher definition models. It's something I actually used to do. I used to think about it. What am I doing? I'm walking around looking at the ground. You find a lot of things people drop when you look down. You never find them when you're looking up, right? Yeah? I almost want to say something that there's something like deep insight there, but that's yeah, of course. We only trade irons for Gil here. Like, hey, lady, let's not be a little judgmental. I may look dirty, look like a tough guy, but I'm just here to spend. Do we really need another tent? I'm gonna say no. Oh, we can sell the broad spangles though. Freaking sweet, man. Don't need that. Bio 2. I think there is a boss that's weak against Bio. You use this on Rufus. How much does this sell for? 1 gil. Nah, I'm good. We're gonna keep that. I don't care if it's scrap metal or materia. We can get anything here in the slums. Got a lot of good materia here. Why don't you take a look over? Okay, so... Let's go with... I want 3 restores in rotation. We'll save up for the other material later. Because, I mean, Tifa's going to be kind of a mainstay on the team. We need to build her as a bruiser. So she'll have a lot of command materia. So may not need a lot of magic. But I still want a set of each, though. It's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, a set of 3. Just because, for collector's purposes. Everything President Shinra says is a lie. Then again, you can't trust that avalanche, or whatever you call them. You can't bat it around like you like, but in the end it comes down to wanting to be like those who live up above. So what do you believe in? Oneself. Me. I never lie to myself, that's for sure. Well, I wish I could have that same outlook as you can. You can lie to yourself all the damn time. Glug glug. Are you choking on spit or something? What? No, no one will find it. No. No. The top one and the bottom one. This is the way to just get this kid's like, I think he's like a secret stash or something. Nah, I'm not doing this kid. This place is too, man, you need some rays of hope here, man. That ain't exactly the best place. Whoa, where you going there, Sonic the Hedgehog? Out of the way, move. You want something? Move into the store. What? The hell you doing? Well, I'm trying. Get the hell out of my way. Sorry, I had a thought. Because right now, like, what I'm thinking about is how they modeled this in the remake. The remake, this area right next to Aerith's house is actually a lot bigger. The reason why is because, oh yeah, the TV. They had a gigantic freaking like screen TV there, and that's where you can see Scarlet and all them when they're talking during the storyline. So, yeah, dude, that is a hell of a change. I'm trying to figure out who designed the expanded towns, because they actually did a really good job. Okay, the contrast between the two musics, like the hardcore, industrial, metal, non-organic, hard life, poor, down on your luck music, compared to all of a sudden you go to nature, beautiful, happy, peaceful. It's a fantastic contrast. I've never thought about these things as a kid. Even when I played the game again when I was a bit older. I mean, like, you appreciate the music. I listen to this game's soundtrack a lot. I will put it on playlist and just listen to it. But yeah, no, this was. I guess like just now I'm having like a true appreciation for it. There's like a lot of music, even though I love the OSTs, I just will not listen to because of the like nostalgia. I feel like in the heaviness in the heart. It reminds you of like not only good things but things that like just like your own choices and how you wish things were and stuff you don't have that you wish you did have, the plans that never came to fruition. A lot of these OSTs will bring that up to mind. That's why I don't listen to a lot of them anymore. But Final Fantasy VII was something that I will listen to even with having that weirdness, that weird feeling, that weird effect it has on me. When we play FF9 eventually, because FF9 is like one of my number ones. Yeah, those songs are gonna hit me really hard. I barely listen to the Final Fantasy IX soundtrack just because it hits you the pit in the heart. It's just hard to listen to without feeling like sad, but also like really happy with the songs. I'm home, Mom. This is Cloud. He's my bodyguard. Bodyguard? You mean you were followed again? Are you alright? You're not hurt, are you? I'm alright. I had Cloud with me. Well, thank you, Cloud. So, what are you going to do now? Is Sector 7 far from here? I want to go to Tifa's bar. Is Tifa a girl? Yeah. A girlfriend? Girlfriend? Yeah, that's right. We play with the Legos together all the time. Oh, how nice. Well, that's nice. Let's see, Sector 7? I'll show you the way. You gotta be kidding. Why do you want to put yourself in danger again? I'm used to it. Used to it? Well, I don't know. Getting help from a girl. A girl? What do you mean by that? You expect me to just sit by and listen after hearing you say something like that? Mom, I'm taking Cloud to Sector 7. I will be back in a while. I completely forgot. It's like, nah, getting help from a girl, man, I don't know about that. Which, listen, my honest opinion, like, if you're going to go head on in physical danger, yeah. Especially if you're an actual soldier, but we're talking about lands of, like, actual magic, and yeah, Aerith can take care of herself, so. Especially since you were asking for directions, Cloud. Come on now. But dear, I give up. You never listen once you've made up your mind. But if you must go, why don't you go tomorrow? It's getting late. Yeah, you're right, Mom. Aerith, please go and make the bed. I know I just named her default Aerith because it's from the PS1 age, but I'm going to keep saying Aerith. It's because that's how you say it in like every other damn game that she's in. That glow in your eyes. You're from Soldier, right? Yeah, rather, I used to be. I don't know how to say this, but would you please leave here tonight without telling Aerith? Soldier, the last thing Aerith needs is to get her feelings hurt again. Like this was a clue about Aerith's past. Had to do with Zack. So, yeah, even on multiple playthroughs, like it still doesn't connect. Like even though, like, yeah, I know you're talking about Zack. Especially if you play like Crisis Core, it gives a little bit more about their relationship. Yeah, just like having that background knowledge is like it it makes the experience a little different, I feel. That's what, yeah, that's why I'm doing this, to get those different experiences and compare them. Okay. I sees me an item. You need to go through Sector 6 to get to Sector 7. Sector 6 is a little dangerous, so you better get some rest tonight. Thank God it's not as long as the freaking remake. Oh God, I hated getting to Sector 6 in the remake. Cloud. Good night. Oh man. Seem pretty tired. Huh? I haven't slept in bed like this in a long time. Oh, yeah. Ever since that time. I wonder, was that one where they went to... Okay, yeah, there you go. My, how you've grown. I'll bet the girls never leave you alone. Not really. Know all about that, Cloud. I'm worried about you. There are a lot of temptations in the city. I feel a lot better if you just settled down and had a nice girlfriend. I'm alright. You should have an older girlfriend. One that'll take good care of you. I think that would be the perfect type for you. Not interested. I'm sorry, the really low definition model of Cloud there, where his eyes, you can only see the blinking black parts. That's pretty good. Must have fallen asleep. It probably was just the angle, but that is pretty freaking funny. Sector 7's past Sector 6. I should be alright by myself. No, Cloud, we must get the item. Okay. Bets on if I will actually be able to get through this without messing up and alerting Aerith. You had to get right next to a railing, right? You know, I appreciate how they did this in the remake, where it made sense, where you had to dodge the actual items. Well, that was a little frustrating, but it made more sense than trying to get the damn creaky board and having to restart just to, like, freaking busy work. Come on now. I'm going to use the directional pad on this one. Oh yeah, first try. I still have it. I will take all small victories here. Thank you very much. Cloud, we must save, please. Still gets to me that it has, like, it copies how long it takes to load the memory card back from the PS1 days. And it's an emulator on modern systems. Come on now. Oh, damn. Ooh, boy. Ba-no-no-no. Ba-no-no-no. I would also like to know how she was able to do that. Because there's literally one path. We left way after she did. So, unless you can teleport, what in the hell are you doing here? Well, you're up bright and early. Screwed that one up. How can I ask you to go along when I know it would be dangerous? Are you done? See, there's the little snarky. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like, as a kid, I wasn't very perceptive. So, yeah, no, it's just so much better to play this when you're adult and you just understand things, I can say right now. Their characters really come out more. You have to go through the slum in Sector 6 to get to Tifa's 7th Heaven. I'll take you there. Come on. Oh, damn. Like, anyone who's new here, like, I generally don't talk very much out loud. I'm not a very social person. I'm very socially retarded, as some people might say. So I'm not used to talking so much and at like full volume. My throat is killing me. Damn it. Well, are we going to see our boy? Are we going to see the boy? We got the boy. Hell House, thank you very much. And I say one of the big things about remake, they did this not only justice, they improved upon it. The way that they used the Hell House was fantastic. Couldn't get it better. I freaking love this. Like, it makes no sense, but it's just such a fun enemy design.